Welcome back to Giant Monster Games. I am Adrian, and you are watching me play Soul Sisters, the revisited version, that is. And what do you think is opening hand? It's keepable. It's keepable. And I do. Hold on, my opponent's asking if I have a creature theme. I do. And why? I'm not sure why they're asking. Anyways, we are on the play, so let us get going here. Oh, I have a stop in the upkeep. I don't want that. And waiting for opponent. And go to the main phase, play us planes, and let's go to the next turn. Yeah, hopefully my commentary will get better right now. Sorry, I had like 6 things going on all at the same time, and then I just kind of lost all focus. So we are back to playing Soul Sisters. Actually, this is the first gameplay video you guys are probably actually going to see. Double Ghostly Prison. That's interesting. Let's think. If I play Squadron Hawk this turn, then I can get a bunch of Squadron Hawks in my hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I just realized that's not the best way to go about it. So we're going to grab 2 Squadron Hawks, just so we don't have to actually throw anything away. And then we're going to pass to our opponent's turn. Probably next turn we're probably just going to play Onto the Pier. So just grab 2 Squadron Hawks, just so then we have a full hand of 7 cards. And yeah, ship it to our opponent's turn. I'm going to have to try and play really fast. I will say I have a really bad habit of being really slow when I play Soul Sisters, because I'm like, oh, what's the best line to play? And you're just kind of gaining a lot of life. It's kind of like you're playing a control deck without actually playing a control deck. So our opponent plays, what is this? At the beginning of your upkeep, destroy target creature with 1 counter on it. That's interesting. Let's see how that pans out for us. And yeah, we are going to... Oh, Doom Traveler. Rad. Let's play the Onto the Pier. And then we're going to swing in with Squadron Hawk, and then we're going to play Doom Traveler on our second main phase. So we are going to get some attacks in the air, 2 damage to our opponent's face. Nice and quick damage, always nice. And then let's get a Doom Traveler into play, ship to our opponent's turn, see what he has to say. So I wonder, because our opponent's chatting with us, I wonder if they are a fan of the channel. Attack counter. So, if you are a fan of the channel, if you know who you are, leave a comment in the comment section below, or what deck you were playing, I guess? Yeah, let's talk about what you were playing. So, this is what? Add 3 mana of any 1 color to your mana pool. Spend this money only to cast creature spells. So he's playing a creature deck of some sort. Soul Warden, very cool. What do we want to do, though? So, right now, what do we think? I'm tempted to play Ghostly Prison just because, but I'm also tempted to play Spectral Procession. Let's go to combat, swing in with both these guys. He's obviously not going to chump block because then he'll lose his stuff, so we're going to attack with all the creatures, and I think we're actually just going to play Spectral Procession at our second main phase, just to get 3 flyers, and he'll have to deal with that really quickly, which is possible, I guess, theoretically. There's a couple cards that would kill off all of them, potentially. So let's do that, and then we don't have lethal on board, but we do have a lot of damage coming into our opponent's face. We can also play Ghostly Prison next turn if he does start playing some big crazy creature stuff, because this guy's going to create mana for him for casting creatures, but not mana for paying for our Ghostly Prisons. So this might actually be a really awesome thing to have in our hand, just to deal with our opponent really right away here. So we're about to find out. Again, we can also play Squadron Hawk and then get that last Squadron Hawk, so that's always a nice thing. We're kind of filling up our hand. And, yeah. What is our opponent doing? He is playing another 3-drop. Whenever you put a 1 counter... Okay, so I think this is the deck that creates infinite tokens, if I am correct. It was a deck that Ted and I were actually working on for a while, where there's an infinite combo, and suppose put 3 1 counters on target creature. Okay. Who's he going to put that on? There's an infinite combo. Oh, because it's only going to be on target creature. So he can only kill off 1 thing, which is kind of funny. I can't remember what it is right now. I'm sorry, guys. I totally am blanking on what the combo was. But it's basically you're putting on minus 1 counters and then removing them and getting scarabs. This is basically creating instant creature tokens for you. And there's like an infinite combo that you can do with it. I don't remember what it is. If you know what it is, leave a comment below what it is, and I will probably jog my memory. So that means, Ted, now that you're watching this video, Ted, why don't you comment on what this combo was? Because I totally don't remember. Our turn, Remember that time that we played a Ghostly Prison so our opponent can't attack us? That's going to be right now, I think. But before we do that, let's just go to combat. Swing with, I guess, with these 3. Might as well get 6 damage in the air, because our deck wins on the back of flyers. If I haven't said that like 7 times already. Not in this video, but I mean like for the last couple deck techs, our deck wins because of flyers. Just evasion. Evasion's awesome. And let's play a ghost. Not a ghost warden. Let's play a ghost warden. Yes. No. Let's play a soul warden and then a ghostly prison, and then ship it to our opponent's turn. And now they're gonna have to deal with, again, paying to have things attack. So they're not gonna be able to go as wide. So that's a thing. So yes, this is whenever you put 1 or more counters on a creature, you get that many 1/1 insect tokens. So he's gonna have stuff that's just gonna put tokens on everything. I know it. Which is going to be hard for us. I mean, we're going to have to... Luckily, we do have Honor of the Pure, which is what's probably the only thing that's keeping our creatures alive right now. Otherwise, he's probably going to start putting counters on, like, everything. Because if he puts a 1/1 counter on, like, everything, which is possible, I'm thinking, what... Put a 1/1 counter on target creature, 2 on... Okay. So, 1 is going on where? 1 on here, 2 on here, 3 on here. Well, I guess sort of our Soul Warden, unfortunately. And he gets a whole bunch of tokens. I can actually always yield to these. I get it. I get it. You're getting a whole bunch of insect tokens. Luckily for me, though, you need to pay 2 mana just to attack with them. So this is absolutely rad for me. Apparently our opponent's going to scoop. GG. Because our opponent just said GG to us. So unless he has a way of killing off his stuff and dealing damage... Our opponent literally was like, stupid enchantment, well, GG. So he hasn't scooped yet, so that means we still need to go. No, he definitely does scoop. Okay, so we are going to the sideboard. We need to get rid of creatures, so Day of Judgment, you need to come in. Put you over here so we know what I'm going to be putting in. And Secure the Wastes in case we need to block wide. What else? Kami of the False Hope is actually a really good matchup for this. Because if he is... Actually, is it? Maybe not. Maybe not. But Brave the Elements, I think we're going to throw in 2 Brave the Elements, 1 Secure the Waste, and 2 Day of Judgment. We're going to take out... we're going to take out Sun Titan. 1 second here. Still siding. Taking out 1 Sun Titan. Proclamation's probably not a bad thing. Banishing Light is probably a good thing. Suture Priest is a really good thing. What do we take out? Condemn. I think maybe a single Proclamation. And I think we're going to take out 1 of the Attendants. Actually, probably both Attendants, probably. And then run her back like that. And let's see how Game 2 goes against this super interesting, create a whole bunch of insect token deck. So let's see what our opponent decides for opening hand. Is he going to keep 6 cards? We'll see. Yeah, I only play, so our opponent's saying something else. He's saying, I only play 2 games if I can't, 1? I don't have sideboard. So our opponent doesn't have a sideboard. We will keep this opening hand. Honor the Pure, Soul Warden, Squadron Hawk. Oh, my heart is fulfilled right now. And yeah, so our opponent actually goes down to a 6-lander, or 6 card hand. It's rough, but, not the end of the world, I guess. So let's go to our turn. Opponent plays Elvis Mystic, which means they're going to get a little bit of ramp. A little bit better ramp than that other creature. I mean, I'm not really a big fan of the 3-drop for a 0/1 that produces 3 mana. It just strikes me as a little bit risky. Largely because it dies to like absolutely everything. It's like 1 damage kills it, and you're paying 3 mana. And the mana can only be spent on creatures. So I guess if you're playing like a creature-heavy deck where it is like a mono-green stomp deck or something, it might be okay. Especially if you're playing a mono-green stomp deck that like has like 7 drops in it, maybe it's okay. But I don't think it's that great. So whenever this deals damage to a creature, put a -1 counter on that creature. Whenever you put a -1 counter on that, each opponent loses life, gains life. Okay, so he's going to basically doing infect damage to our creatures, and we also are going to lose life whenever he does that. Yeah, and this is whenever 1 or more counters put on it. Okay, that's going to be scary for us because his deck is like all about putting counters on stuff. So neat. Here's the next question: do we play Honor the Pure, or do we play Squadron Hawk? Again, if we play Squadron Hawk right now, we run into the same problem as last time, where we have a bunch of cards in hand. The big thing about Squadron Hawk, if we play it now, is we will be swinging in next turn for 2 damage. So, Squadron Hawk. I think I answered my question like halfway through that statement. I'm like, what do I do? Squadron Hawk or Squadron Hawk? And we're going to go, yes. We're going to find what we have 5 cards in hand, so we're only going to get 2. Yes, we want to do Squadron Hawks. Grabbing 2. 1, 2. Done. Grab those, and then we're going to set this always to yes. Yeah. Search for Squadron Hawks. Done. Oh, I've been hitting like the yes button, but apparently I have to actually hit the done button on the side of my screen here. Always yield, save ourselves some time, and then ship it to our opponent's turn. We're not attacking in with our Soul Warden, because that seems like a bad idea. I would rather gain a bunch of life and have our opponent have to deal with us slowly, rather than an opponent deal with us quickly, which seems fun to us. Or fun to me, at least. I mean, that's what I think. So, yeah. We are set up in a pretty good, again, a pretty good spot. Again, we have a whole bunch of flyers, which our opponent's going to have a hard time dealing with. So, especially when we have 2 Honor the Pures, that is pretty freaking rad, if you ask me. That's hoping that our opponent doesn't start getting... Oh, Necroskitter. Also a good thing. Wither. Sorry, I said his creature's doing infect damage. I'm wrong. Doing wither damage. Misnaming on my part. So yeah. So he's probably just going to swing in. Oh, he didn't swing in. I thought he would have. Well, guess he didn't. So we're going to play an Honor the Pure. Get a couple 2/2s. And then we're going to swing in with Squadron Hawk, play Doom Traveler. I think that's the line of play we're going to go with. Because Doom Traveler, again, can become a chump blocker for any of these things here. We will obviously take a little bit of damage if he blocks with this guy. Or if we chump block this guy. But I think it's actually going to be a lot better for us. Because if Doom Traveler dies, again, we get a Spirit Token. Oh, this guy has... Oh, he has Reach. This guy has Reach. That I totally didn't realize until this exact second. Neat. Okay, well, this is going to slow us down a little bit. Because we get a -1 counter and we lose a life. Fun times. Oh, hold on. Does it... Why does it... Oh, because it deals 1 damage, then puts a -1 counter on it. So it kills our Squadron Hawk. Oh. And then whenever a creature dies, return that to the battlefield under your control. Okay, well, that's... Remember that time that our opponent just stole our creatures? Specifically our Squadron Hawks? Let me open this up so you guys can see what's going on in our graveyards here. So that was neat. Yeah, I guess. That's rough. So we're going to have to find a way of getting rid of this guy. We have a bunch of cards that'll do this. But we are going to basically be sitting on our hands until we can find a way of dealing with this guy. That is rough. Wow. I didn't see that coming. Sorry, I should have put 2 and 2 together way sooner. That is super bad on my part, guys. I'm sorry about that. So, whew. Rough. Okay, well, how do we play around this? That's the next question. I think the big thing is, so, okay, yeah, sure. How do we play around this now? It just means we're not going to be swinging in until we can know that we're not going to die, which is kind of problematic for us. Kind of? Yeah, just a little bit. Okay, well, again, we do have Spectral Procession, which is good. And we do have another Honor the Pure. Actually, that is going to be really good for us. So why don't we drop Honor the Pure? And let's drop a second Honor the Pure. And then basically our opponent can't just chump block stuff anymore. Yeah, hold on. So whenever deals combat damage to a creature, it deals. Okay, so in this case, let's swing in with our Doom Traveler. And let our opponent deal with a 4/4 Doom Traveler. I think that sounds reasonable to me. Scary for our opponent, that's for sure. Yes, that's right. All of the Honor the Pure. So our opponent takes 4 damage. He is not willing to deal with, the wrath of Doom Traveler. So super funny. This is a pretty neat deck we're playing against here. I am quite honest. This is actually a really, really neat deck. And it actually looks like it's pretty budget as well. So, I mean, if you guys want, I will say, a bunch of the decks I have on the channel, I've been completely inspired by other people's decks. So, enter the battlefield, put 2 1/1 counters on it. Yeah, so we're gonna get a bunch of life. And yeah, so if you guys want to see this deck, I could probably put this thing together and make it so it actually, hopefully works reasonably well. I mean, it seems like it's a really neat deck, especially if you're playing casual. I mean, this is the kind of deck you want to be playing when you're playing casual because, yeah, you're playing... I mean, I say this, but I might actually be wrong on that. When you're playing casual, you just want to play whatever you want to play. So if you want to play something weird and wacky that's doing -1 counter madness, then sure, maybe this is exactly what you want to be playing. What do we draw? We draw into Ajani's Pridemate. That is also a really neat proposition. What way do we want to go? We could go Squadron Hawk. We could also go Spectral Procession and get 3 bodies on the table. I think that's probably the better bet. Because Ajani's Pridemate is going to be like just one giant creature, which he's going to have to somehow figure out how to block. But Squadron Hawks are going to be blocked by a single creature. Again, winning on the back of flyers. So let's go to... Oh, and he's a 5/5. Totally just realized that. Okay, well, that changes things a lot for us. And he can pay to remove counters to regenerate it. So it actually becomes a 7/7 pretty darn quickly. Well, that changes things a little bit. Maybe we'll do a Pridemate and then a Squadron Hawk. I think that's the way we're going to go. So let's play Pridemate and then Squadron Hawk. And then we're going to ship to our opponent's turn. We're actually going to hold off because I'd rather not lose our Doom Traveler and then have him get a Necro Skitter back, because that doesn't seem like very fun to me. Always yes and always yield, because I don't need to... I always want him to get tokens. Always get counters, I mean. So now we have a 7/7, which is super rad. And we will actually go and fetch up our last Squadron Hawk as well. Might as well get one more in our hand. Yes. And then we will ship it to our opponent's turn. Try and play fast here. Yes, and then ship to our opponent's turn. So Pridemate is definitely a 7/7 now, which is pretty freaking rad if you ask me. Especially because next turn we'll actually be able to play double Squadron Hawk, making our Pridemate an 8/9, 9/9. And that's going to be very hard for our opponent to swing in, even if he is going to pay to regenerate this guy. It's going to be very hard. Yeah. Opponent said, nice, I just drew a land. Exactly what I needed. So he has just been drawing a whole bunch of land and not really actually getting anything. So not getting the gasoline. Our opponent is not getting gasoline. And our opponent just ships it straight over to us. Dangerous for him. What do we draw? Do we draw anything awesome? I mean, I would love to draw something awesome. Give me... Spectral Procession is pretty freaking awesome, I'm not going to lie. So we're going to play Spectral Procession right now, because this will actually make him go from a 7, 8, 9, 10. It'll make him a 10, 10. So that is super rad. Again, yeah, setting up our triggers. Triggers actually worked. I swear half the time that triggers don't work. So, and let's go swinging. Just like that song, that swing dancing song, let's go swinging. Yeah, what is our opponent doing? He may... What is he paying? Regenerate his creature. Okay, sure. That's fine. I'm still gonna attack. That's quite all right. I would like to attack, please. So he's regenerating it still bigger. So what he may try and do is maybe we'll just attack with the Squadron Hawk, because if we swing it with this guy, block. Yeah, let's just. What do I do? What do I do? If I swing in with... I think I swing with both Doom Traveler and Ajani's Pridemate and Squadron Hawk. If I go this way, he's going to block here. This is going to be 7, 8, 9, 10. He has a triple block. Or 7, 8, 9. Yeah, he has a triple block just to kill Pridemate to get it back. So we'll go this way. He's going to take easily 4 damage. I mean, he could probably block here and kill it. If he double blocks, then we'll kill this guy. So that's pretty hard call on our opponent's part. And then next turn we'll be swinging in for lethal. So that is the plan. That is the plan we're going on here. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see how this pans out. Unfortunately, I mean, we're playing against a guy. I mean, our opponent is kind of brewing this deck, it looks like, because he said he didn't have a sideboard, which is super rough. I mean, it's rough when you're like playing kind of modern-y decks and you don't have a sideboard, especially when you're playing MTGO. I mean, sideboarding is a huge thing. When you're playing casual with friends at the kitchen table, yeah, sure, whatever. You don't really need to have a sideboard. But, I mean, when you're playing on MTGO or you're playing at your like local game store, sideboards are super, super, super important. So, highly recommended. We take a bunch of damage. Our opponent doesn't have any kill spells, so that sucks. And his creature will take 7 damage and then just get regenerated. Yeah, and we're just going to ship it to our opponent's turn. I don't have anything else I need to be doing. So, yeah, so this is going to be what? Next turn we're swinging in for what? 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 20, whole bunch of damage. So we will probably be swinging in for lethal next turn, quite possibly. Ship it to our opponent's turn, though. See what he has. I mean, he might draw removal. He might draw a Damnation. Obviously, our opponent's playing a budget deck, so probably not drawing a Damnation. But you never know. I mean, he might have, like, the one card he pulled in, like, Modern Masters 2017 online? Is that even a pack? Can you even buy Modern Master packs on MTGO? I'm assuming you can. I don't really know. I've never actually done it. Well, put 3 1/1 counters on a target creature. So he's going to steal nothing. He's just going to shrink something down to very small. So that's neat. He also drains a bunch of life from us, which makes him we're probably not going to swing in for lethal next turn, which makes me a sad panda. And with our opponent gets the one that gets to choose which trigger goes first, because they're happening on his turn, so... Very interesting. Very, very interesting. And he is... What is he shrinking? He's shrinking our Squadron Hawk. Okay. That's fine. And now what? And yeah, so we lose 3 life, he gains 3 life, so we're not swinging for lethal next turn. We'll be swinging in for a bunch, don't get me wrong. We're definitely going to be swinging in for a bunch of damage. I'm surprised our opponent actually did the double regeneration thing on this guy. I'm surprised he didn't hold off and then, like, use it to regenerate the creature next turn. Oh, our opponent calls GG, and he scoops the match. Thanks for the game. We showed how strong our Soul Sisters deck can be. Anyhow, until next time, I'm Adrian, this is Giant Monster Games, thanks for watching, and don't forget to game like a giant monster.